Hi guys, welcome back. I got a great video for you on strategy on these par threes. We're going to go over our three-step process on deciding what type of strategy we're going to use. And I tell you, a lot of strategy out there, I just don't like it because it's always telling you to be safe. And it's always saying to lay up to the big part of the green, take your par, move on to the next hole, pars are good, all that kind of stuff. But you know, the top guys that are out there, the guys that are playing really well, you're making a lot of birdies. You should try to go out and make as many birdies. If I'm sitting here with a good opportunity to make a birdie, I got to go for it. Try to take advantage of that, and it's just a heck of a lot more fun to play golf if you're making more birdies. So we're going to talk about the right strategy to eliminate the big number. We don't want to make the doubles and triple bogeys, that kind of thing, but to also take advantage of making birdies when we can. So the first thing is, where's my aiming point? Where am I going to try to hit the ball? So here we can see the green out in the distance. I've got a par 3 about 152 or 3 yards. It's probably playing about 157. There's some wind into us, and there's a bunker on the left short. And then to the left side of that, you can kind of see, I don't know if you can see this kind of slope off, but if you miss the green to the left, it slopes down into a hazard on the left. So not a lot of room left there. The pin is a little bit on the left side, left center of the green. On the right side, it's pretty flat all the way over till you see the trees on the right. So pretty easy up and down, pretty easy chipping on the right side. The right side is definitely the safe side. So from here, I'm asking myself, how often am I going to hit it close to the pin from this distance? So if you're 100 yards out, if you're 120 yards out, pretty much everybody should be taking dead aim at the pin. Unless you're a beginning golfer, you know, shooting in the 120s or 130s, you should be trying to knock that pin down from 100 or 120, unless it's just a crazy dangerous area for the pin. So we're pretty much going to go at all those pins. Now when we get to those mid-range shots, let's say 140 to 160, then it's going to depend on your skill level. For pros or for players that are, you know, nearly scratch golfers, you should go at a lot of pins from that range because you feel comfortable that you're going to be able to hit the green regardless. We're going to try to hit it nice and close. As you get farther out, let's say 180 plus, especially as you get 200 yards and farther out, from there, that's when you want to go toward the middle of the green, play it to the areas where it's easy to get up and down. The statistics tell us no matter how good we're feeling, no matter how cool it would be to get a birdie on a 215-yard par 3, it just hardly ever happens. So hard to hit it close enough to where we have an easy putt to make a birdie. So lay up to the middle of the green there. So short holes, let's go at the pin every time. Mid-range, let's go at some of those if you're feeling good. If you don't feel like you have your game that day, let's lay up a little bit away from the hole. And then the longer holes, 180, 200-yard plus, we're going to go to the middle of the green on all those. So here, mid-range, I feel pretty good. Not a ton of wind out today. Not an extremely difficult par 3. I'm probably going to go almost right at this pin, maybe just a few feet to the right, give myself a good chance for birdie. So that's the line that I'm going to pick. And then now, which way am I going to play the shot shape? This is something we talk about a lot in the top speed golf system is we need to be able to hit the ball high and low. We need to be able to hit draws and fades. And the reason for this is so when we get out to the course, we can actually put this to action and really maximize our margin for error. So here, if I was to play a fade, I'm going to have to line up all the way at the left edge of this bunker and then get that ball to fade back in. Well, what happens if I pull that shot a little bit? It's going to go in the hazard. If it doesn't fade on me, it's going to go in the bunker or miss to the left where it's a tough up and down. And if it does fade, it'll be pretty good. So I've got 2 out of 3 scenarios are not going to be good for me. Those are going to be tough scenarios. If I'm going to play a draw, now I'm going to line up to a little bit to the right of the flag. If I miss it to the right, it's going to be perfectly fine in the fat area of the green, easy 2-putt or an easy up and down. If I hit it dead straight, it doesn't draw, it's going to be right in the middle of the green. I'm going to have a 10 or 15 footer for birdie. And if it does draw, it's going to be right on the flag, which would be perfect. I can even overdraw it and it's still going to be on the green. So I got a lot more margin for error if I can play a draw. That's why we practice those on the range, and that's why I give you guys so many drills talking about how to play a fade, how to play a draw. And then lastly, we're looking at how high I should hit this ball. And this is more for advanced players, you know, your lower handicaps. If I got wind into my face, I'm going to tend to want to hit that ball lower so it'll go through the wind. It won't get beat up by the wind and shorten that up. If I'm downwind, I may want to go ahead and hit it higher, let it ride the wind out. Also, I'm looking at where's the ball going to do, what's the ball going to do when it lands. So if it's going to stop dead like this one, it's not really going to roll out very much. I can pretty much hit any trajectory I want to. If there's a big slope and it's going to roll over the green, or there's a big you know, it's really firm and fast and I can roll it up on the green, then I might want to play a low ball to roll it onto the green, or I might want to play a higher ball to get it to stop. And again, that's with, you know, typically those longer par 3s where we're not going to be able to hit it right at the pin. So here for me, I'm going to play a little bit of a draw so I can play the safer side of the green, start it out toward the middle of the green, I'm gonna draw it right at the flag. I wanna go ahead and be aggressive here. I feel like I got a good chance to make a birdie on this one. And then I'm gonna play my normal trajectory because there's not a lot of wind and this ball is gonna pretty much stop no matter what. So I'm gonna aim about 10 yards or 10 feet right of the flag. I'm gonna try to draw it in right on top of the flag, and let's see how close I can get. There we go. Wasn't the best hit shot. I kind of hit it a little bit straight, never really drew too much for me. Blocked it out slightly, but I'm on kind of on the right side of the green. So I mishit a shot. Everybody's gonna mishit some of them, and that's what the strategy is about. I was going for that flag, but because I had a good strategy, I had a bad mishit. Still on a safe part of the green, I'm gonna be able to easily make a par, go to the next one where I can fire at another pin. All right, so I hope y'all really enjoyed this video. If you did, I got an awesome bonus for you. Now, one of the most important things we can do in golf, and let's face it, we all wanna crank the ball. We wanna hit it hard with a lot of power. That's probably the #1 thing to improving your golf game that I found. And the best thing to do to improve your speed, your power, is to get a lot more lag in the downswing. So I got a great bonus for you. One of the #1 mistakes that I see people make that is really killing their lag. I'm gonna play a preview of that video. If you wanna watch the full thing, all you have to do, if you're on a desktop device, you're on a computer, go ahead and click the link that pops up on your screen. That'll get you instant access to that full video, plus 5 bonus videos from our Top Speed Golf system. It's gonna walk you through the entire system. And then if you're on a mobile device, a tablet, you're gonna go ahead and click on the iCard that's somewhere on the screen right now. Go ahead and click that iCard, click that link. It's gonna get you instant access, and I'll see you all in the lag video. Hi guys, and welcome back. I'm Clay Ballard, and in today's video, we're gonna talk about one of the absolute worst drills for creating lag. It's a very common drill that I see. And in this drill, what we're gonna do is we're gonna set the wrist very early to create an angle of lag, and then we're gonna try to hold this throughout the swing. It's one of the worst things that you can do to build lag. I'm gonna talk about the science behind why this is the case, and I'm also gonna give you a great drill to help you improve your lag, all in this video. Let's go ahead and get started. If I do it this way versus holding that position, exact same thing happens when we're building lag in the golf swing. So what we wanna do is throughout the swing, I wanna have a very low and wide takeaway. So I'm not gonna set my wrist early at all. If you look at a lot of the top players, you look at Adam Scott, very wide takeaway, not very much wrist set at all. You look at Rory McIlroy, look at Tiger Woods. All these players are using a wide takeaway and not getting very much wrist set, so that later in the swing, as we start down, we can increase this wrist set, and we're really only gonna max out this angle of lag for a split second in the downswing. Okay, so a 3-step drill here. Now, as we get started with this, I want to remind you that the fulcrum in this golf club for getting a massive amount of lag is right at the end of the golf club. This is where I want my hinge point to be.